The typical co-op puzzle platformer asks that both players work in tandem to solve a puzzle while consciously taking their counterpart's life or health into consideration. Long Neck Games and Graffiti Games' REZ PLZ flips this formula on its head. You are encouraged to kill one of the two brothers you control in some gruesome yet hilarious fashion and use his body as a platform to flip a switch or defeat enemies. You and or a partner play as Arkan and Zeph, apprentice wizard brothers that are truly awful at magic. Their wizarding school is overrun by evil forces, and they have to work together to defeat the evil wizards of Dark Arcanum. Unfortunately for our protagonists, death lurks behind every corner and can come from a mess of one-hit options, like being sliced in half, eaten by creatures, or tacked to a wall. When one or both of the brothers die, the resurrection scroll brings them back to life. The rest of the story plays out in the pages of the Shadow Blossom University of Magic Arts' Year 1 curriculum. This book has 5 chapters comprised of 5 levels. Each chapter takes place in a unique biome, such as Castle Death or Omni Dragon, that is beautifully crafted in classic pixel art style. I found the puzzles and the biomes they fell within were clever plays on one another, asking you to think somewhat diabolically and stylistically on how you will kill your brother to solve the problem. REZ PLZ's controls feel familiar. There is core 2-dimensional movement with a well-tuned jump, which you pair with a brother-assisted boost to reach high platforms or spaces, a la Unravel 2. Along the way, Arkan and Zeph learn additional spells that allow them to handle the challenges new biomes present. For instance, in Castle Death, you learn how to turn yourself into a stone statue that can be used as a platform, a weight for a dumbwaiter, or a heavy weapon to inflict damage on an enemy. The game's graphic fidelity and occasional crashes were its biggest issues. We may be able to chalk this up to early release bugs, but in general, large white blotches often replaced a brother's sprite, platforms, or other important components of a level. There were moments when it was completely unplayable, and I'd be forced to restart the game. To add salt to the wound, REZ PLZ would occasionally crash when transitioning from the level completion screen back to the main menu. I had to replay a few challenging levels because my progress was not maintained during the crash. With that said, REZ PLZ is a very entertaining game if you don't mind some gore and crude adult humor. The art style, sound design, and writing reinforce this playful nature that has elements of our favorite adult cartoons. The puzzles and platforming were challenging, but graphical and performance issues held them back from being superb. A release or future day patch could alleviate all of these concerns and harden what is a solid playing experience. If you enjoyed Unravel 2 or other co-op platformers, I'd most definitely give REZ PLZ a chance to cut you to the bone.